Ted Cruz, I have long described as one of the most artificial fake politicians ever on either side. There's a lot of them. Politicians tend to be this way, but he is a wax candle of a man who acts in a Zuckerbergian fashion, kind of like a person. So I want to show you a video of Ted Cruz talking about masks, and I want you to see the way he says things, the body language, his attempt to mimic the way a politician is supposed to act when saying a thing like this.
I think the question of masks is overly politicized. I wear a mask regularly, particularly when I go out in public. When I'm on the Senate floor, I usually wear a mask. When I'm out at the grocery store, I wear a mask. I think it is strange to see masks treated as this political talisman. I don't particularly understand folks who say I'll never wear a mask no matter what, but I also don't understand a lot of Democrats who treat a mask as a sign of virtue. You know, I recall one of my Democratic colleagues giving a speech on the Senate floor wearing a mask the whole time. There wasn't a person within 30 feet of him. That strikes me as a little loopy as well. You know, my view is we ought to exercise some common sense.
I agree. We should exercise common sense. I just disagree about what that would look like. So, look, I want to talk about the content there for a little bit, but his little, like, you know, I think that I feel like, am I wrong? I feel like every way he speaks, every hand motion is a performance that maybe is ingrained in him now, but he taught himself to try to be folksy in that way in his little slimy politician
100%.
Actor thing.
100%. For a guy whose every waking moment is some strange virtue signal to basically fit the center of the Venn diagram of John's desire. No, the Venn diagram of what his donors want him to say and what he thinks his yokel constituents want to say. In his mind, yokel constituents, because he has he strongly detests the people that vote for him. No question. You'd be hard-pressed to find someone who more strongly detests, besides Donald Trump, the people who vote for him. Ted Cruz, undeniable.
I agree.
I agree. But for someone who is always triangulating and signaling all the time performatively to his donors and his voters, for him to not understand why you would wear a mask while giving a speech before the Senate is utterly disingenuous.
Yep.
Because the reason you do that is to show people and to destigmatize it and to show them that it is not just
actual leadership.
Lead by example, and that's something that Ted Cruz will never ever do.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. And the fake equating of those two things, that it's basically the same thing. I don't understand people who get in the face of someone stocking the shelves at Trader Joe's and yells at them about why it's their constitutional right to spread a disease, is the same as those people who act like it's a virtue. I don't get either of those things, you know. I really don't.
Well, okay. He very carefully outlined the virtues of wearing a mask.
Yeah.
And then said, I don't know what the virtues are of wearing a mask.
By the way, you know what? Screw all of it. It's a virtue. If you go out and you do this thing, and especially people getting criticized for wearing masks, as happens in a number of places, to protect other people, let alone yourself, and to follow what scientists want at a time when we are the hardest hit country in the entire world in this pandemic, it is a virtue. The bar is so low, but our country is so debased at this point that it is a goddamn virtue to actually give a damn about what happens to the people around you. And you know what? You know what's not the same? I'm on the side of the person who wears a mask when no one's within 30 feet a lot more than the guy who's 8 feet maybe from the reporters and refuses to put one on in an airplane.
Yeah, and that looked very Air Force One-y.
It might be.
There have been, I think it is. He was caught not wearing a mask on a commercial flight.
Yeah, he was. You know what? And, however much virtue signaling might annoy you or tweak you, and I get it. There are things that bother me too. A culture of vice signaling is far, far worse. And I would say has far more actual consequences on what our government does than any amount of social media virtue signaling.
He was so careful in trying not to trigger the person who goes and spits on a cop at Trader Joe's. You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah. He's more scared of crop duster Karen than he is the fact that Texas is being ravaged by coronavirus right now.
And no one talks like this.
Yeah.
He's like, his whole face has either surgically or in some weird, like Emperor Palpatine, like the evil energy has warped his appearance, where his whole face is like the fake eyebrow slope of empathy.
He is an eyebrow of a man.
Yeah.
God, what a pathetic coward. Oh my God. Well, I'm not going to go through all the stuff, but you know how pathetic he is if you've been paying attention to American politics. Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.